Norway is famous for its jaw-dropping train journeys with breathtaking scenery that will leave you in awe at every turn. Picture this: snow-capped mountains, deep fjords, and lush valleys passing by your window. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, we won't be seeing any of that because we'll be sleeping. But stick around, because this 7.5-hour night train, known as the Bergen line, is still going to be very exciting. We'll be showing you our cozy private sleeper cabin, exploring the train's amenities, taking a peek at the onboard dining situation, and revealing a delightful perk that comes with this trip. Trust us, it's going to be a rather fun ride. And hey, if you enjoy this midnight adventure, don't forget to like and subscribe. Who knows? We might just take you on another nocturnal journey very soon. Our journey on the Bergen line begins at the historic Oslo Central Station. This bustling hub dates back to 1854, and it's the largest railway station in Norway, serving as a gateway to the country's beautiful landscapes. Now, please excuse us if we look a little disheveled. This is way past our bedtime at this point. To keep costs down in this notoriously pricey country, we grabbed a lavish Burger King meal for dinner. Norway is every bit as expensive as you've heard, but here's a top tip for you. If you are travelling in a sleeper cabin on the Bergen line and you have plenty of time before departure, you can actually nab a 15% discount on food and enjoy free coffee or tea at the Royal Gastropub in the station. Unfortunately, we missed out on this sweet deal because I didn't actually look it up until now, but now you know. I had a coffee. Are you excited?
No, it's excited to see you.
So, we must go and collect our key card from the conductor at the restaurant carriage.
Sounds like I'm waiting here.
Leave this to me, honey. Don't worry, I'll go and get our key.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay.
Okay, gotta go and find the restaurant carriage. Okay, I found the line. I got the key. It is my pleasure to welcome you on yet another night train. Yes, it's becoming a very common occurrence in our everyday life, much to Ludvig's disappointment. I'll just mention these nice little seats in the hallway. Tonight we are on a night train that I've had on my list for quite some time. The V night train. VY? Is that how you pronounce it? V? From Oslo to Bergen. Or Bergen. Bergen? Bergen? That's how Ludvig and his buddies say it. We left Oslo at 3 minutes past 11 this evening, and we arrive in Bergen at 6:27 in the morning. It is definitely not going to be a full night's sleep for us because, of course, we are filming everything and it takes us about 2 or 3 hours to get all of this stuff done. So it's going to be a small sleep, but doesn't take away from the excitement of it all. There are a few comfy options aboard this night train, including one called Rest. This is a separate compartment with 6 berths offering simple comfort. Rest is perfect for those looking for an affordable sleeper option when traveling in a group. In this compartment, you'll have your own private space with 6 beds, complete with blankets, pillows, and sheets for a cozy night's sleep. To book Rest, you actually do need to reserve the entire compartment, allowing you to travel with up to 5 others, or if you're feeling fancy, you can book the entire compartment for just yourself, which is what I accidentally did recently. Oh, and I read somewhere that you can even bring a dog along. There's another really cool option called Plus Night, which is honestly an experience I have been dying to try. I got to take a sneak peek at this when we arrived in Bergen the next morning, which was super fun. But Plus Night basically offers another more affordable option if you're not willing to go for the full-on sleeper cabin. It's a fully reclining lie-flat seat, and it looks just like a business class seat on a plane. Each seat is basically like a private pod. It has a small table, reading lamp, outlets. You also get the comforts of blankets, earplugs, and eye masks. The seats are angled away from the aisle with a wraparound shell seat, so you really do feel like you're in your own private little space, which I really love. Would you like me to try this next time? If so, let me know in the comments. Lastly, but certainly not least, is the sleeper option, which is what we've booked. The sleeper tickets are the most private choice you can make for your journey. With a sleeper ticket, we got our very own sleeping compartment. Each sleeping compartment features 2 comfy bunk beds, and I did actually read you can fit 2 adults and 2 children in here. That would be a bit of a squeeze, but also sounds very cozy. Oh, and a heads up, pets apparently aren't allowed in these compartments. And just so you know, the total cost for both of us was 1,209 Norwegian crowns, which is about 183 New Zealand dollars or around 110-ish US. That's actually such a great deal because not only does it cover transport for both of us, it's also our accommodation. And honestly, this is one of the more affordable night trains we've ever been on. And speaking of great deals, oh man, I hate it when I can't access my favourite shows because of geo-blocks.
And those creepy ads that seem to know exactly what you need. I was telling you the other week that my undies were all broken, and now all I see on the internet is undies.
Ludvig, what is a geo-block?
You can look at it as the internet's way of telling you, no, you can't sit with us. Or you can look at it like a digital bouncer that won't let you in unless you're in the right location.
But that's all changed since we started using Surfshark, the awesome sponsor of this vid.
With Surfshark, we can switch our virtual location to anywhere in the world.
Want to catch that exclusive UK series? All you need to do is connect to the UK via your app. It's so easy. Oh my gosh, look at that. It just did that so fast.
Or when I want to watch Swedish news that only allows me to watch it from Sweden, then it's very handy to have that Surfshark.
And it keeps your personal info super safe with top-notch encryption.
Plus, it blocks out annoying ads and annoying malware. Goodbye, annoying undies ads. And with just one Surfshark account, we're protecting all of our devices. Great.
Seriously, I think you guys should give it a whirl. Just go to surfshark.com/Chloe and Ludvig and you're going to get 4 extra months for free. Also, there's absolutely no risk in trying it out. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's literally the price of a coffee. I can't believe how cheap that is.
We both know that I would never lie to you, so you got nothing to lose. It's great. Get Surfshark.
Now, compared to some of the other night trains I've experienced, this one is definitely on the shorter side. For instance, I enjoyed a fancy stay on the 11-hour Caledonian sleeper train from Aberdeen to London. Then there was the epic 15.5-hour trek from Stockholm to Berlin on the night train Snelltåget. And let's not forget my recent 13.5-hour adventure spent in a capsule room from Hamburg to Vienna on the ÖBB Nightjet. This trip, however, is a swift 7.5-hour journey. That's practically a quick nap in the world of night trains. So, as usual, I've booked a private sleeping cabin. This one is a bunk bed twin room, but there is no bathroom in this one. I've booked so many trains recently, I can't remember what I've booked and what I haven't and which ones have bathrooms and which ones don't. So this one, I walked in here and I realised there's no bathroom. But that is no worries. We have a bathroom just down the hall and it's really pleasant. I'll take you for a little wander down there later. Where should we start? It's very teeny tiny. Now we have got a lot of luggage with us. We're on a big honeymoon trip. We're going somewhere extra special.
I don't have a lot of luggage. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes, fair enough. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that there is quite a lot of storage in this room, just above the bunk beds. It's actually a ton of room. Ludvig's big suitcase, which may or may not have half of my stuff contained inside, just fits up there really nicely, really snug. Our 2 backpacks fit up there. My small suitcase snuggles right underneath the bed, and the only one we don't have a place for is my big yellow suitcase here. But it's fitting quite perfectly just here. Upon entry, right here on the right side, there is a wonderful little coat hanger space. There are some little hooks, perhaps for a hat. And just over here, there is a ladder. And I'll let Ludvig show you how that works shortly. because I'm assuming once again he's got the top bunk. Over on this wall is another little coat hanger that I have used, couple more little hooks and some little nooks where you can put some reading materials perhaps. There is a handy outlet just above. Behind me is actually a really cool addition. We may not have a bathroom in here, but we do have a basin and a couple of little essentials, which is really nice. It's nice that we can just stay here to brush our teeth and things. We don't need to trek all the way down the hall to do that. When we walked in, we did have a couple of bottles of water too. We have a few cups. I was really excited to see that they've included earplugs. Very nice touch. That might be a first. I might have had this on the Caledonian sleeper train actually. Maybe the Indian Pacific, the luxury trains, but never on sort of a regular overnight train like this. So that's really nice that they've included that. We've got some hand soap, of course, and just behind the suitcase, we've got some rubbish bins. Rubbish bags. And if you take a look over here, this shelf is absolutely gigantic. You can fit so much stuff in here, to be honest. This is the perfect little shelf. Gonna have a little change of scenery now. Gonna hand this over to Ludvig.
There's not much to show. There's a bed to sleep in. Under my head is a pillow. I believe we have one each. Also a blanket. H. Towelette. H.
I really do appreciate the lighting in this room. There are quite a lot of little extra lights, like this little reading light here. Creates a nice ambience in this space. Down here, as you might have seen, there is a little outlet here. We've got another reading light up here, but this one does not appear to work. And then another little nook for various objects. Over here, you may have noticed we've got a little holder for our key card because we do indeed have a key card. So that's great. Another train that we can lock when we leave. Down here is an assistant's call button. A rather large looking speaker. Ludvig read somewhere that 15 minutes before we arrive at our destination, there's a wake up call through the speaker. So no worries about sleeping in. And then just above we've got temperature control, and you can best believe Ludvig turned that right down to the bottom as soon as he walked in.
That is not moving. That is not moving. That thing is going to stay at the lowest setting until the second I leave this room. Better believe that.
I'm closest to the dial. There is a nightlight button, but oh, cool. Up at Ludvig's bunk, we once again have some sort of a seatbelt barrier type of thing. On Ludvig's bed, we have a couple of different, ceiling light, reading light, and assistant's call button. He's got a little towelette. And these blankets, I've got to tell you, these blankets feel really nice. Like nice, big, heavy, crisp, good quality blankies. What's really cool is that when you book one of their restroom, it sounds like toilet. When you book one of their sleeper cabins, holy moly, my ears keep blocking. Is that when we go through a tunnel? Oh yeah. Oh, and there were chocolates on our bed, by the way. Forgot to mention that one. So what's really nice is when you book a sleeper cabin, if you show your ticket at a certain hotel, you get a discount on their breakfast, which is really nice touch. We do arrive at 6:30 a.m. We're not going to be able to check into our hotel in Bergen until later on in the day, so it's really nice that we can go to a hotel, have some breakfast, get some much needed coffee, I'm sure. Cool thing about this route as well is if you go Bergen to Oslo, the hotel that offers breakfast in Oslo gives you access to shower facilities. They provide towels and soap if you wish. So it's a really nice extra perk. And although we arrive in Bergen at 6:27, we have access to our room until 6:45, according to the note. We also learned that there's a cafe on board that is open around the clock.
On the way to discover the dining car, we noticed there was plenty of space for extra luggage and even spots for bikes. The cafe was surprisingly spacious and, unsurprisingly, completely empty. Most sensible people were probably asleep by now. The menu offered a delightful variety of bagels and smoothies, a whole menu with lots of main courses, baked goods, snacks, desserts, and an assortment of beverages. One highlight we would have loved to try if it wasn't 1 a.m. in the morning was the waffle with brown cheese, a Norwegian specialty. Hint, hint, we do actually get to try this on our cruise along the Norwegian coast very soon.
Just look at how cute this little booth and this little tiny table is.
Ludvig doesn't really know what I'm on about. Who else appreciates small things like I do? Anybody?
Little friend.
Hey, buddy. Let's put you back in your spot. This is going to move around so much in the night, we might have to put it down flat.
You have to lay it down now.
Would you like to demonstrate the hopping up on the bed process? G'day there. This is the bathroom. Well, there appear to be two in each carriage. One accessible and one smaller bathroom. You've got all the essentials: sink, hand sanitizer, soap, paper towels, toilet flusher, toilet paper, handle, another handle, emergency call button, shavers section, rubbish bags, another handle, and another handle, door handle. So yeah, that's about it. And now that we've given you this big tour, it's time for bedtime. It's bedtime. What was that you just alerted me of, Ludvig?
There's no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi. I swear that they advertise free Wi-Fi. It's okay. We're just going to bed.
Yeah.
That's probably why. If there's no Wi-Fi, they probably did it on purpose, because they just want you to have a good sleep. This is a very, very comfy bed. One of the comfiest, I'd say, on a sleeper train. Super duper impressed. Honey, I'm gonna go and track down some coffee. To say thank you for going on another night train with me. That's what I get for taking a turn and getting the morning coffee. The coffee was out of order.
It's like McDonald's being ice cream machine and being out of order, isn't it?
That's the last time I go to get coffee in the morning.
Hey, you didn't even get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not meant to be. What does it look like out here then? Ah, beauty.
Don't worry, things were still looking up for me. Despite the rough start to this morning, it was about to get better because we decided to take up V's offer at the local hotel. Also, I realised I completely missed the out of service sign last night during our tour. Oopsies. This hotel is conveniently located right outside the train station. It's called Grand Hotel Terminus, and it's one of the hotels that offers the discounted rate for the sleeper tickets. Here, guests can get a breakfast for 195 Norwegian crowns. It was actually an incredibly impressive spread, with everything you could imagine. This more than made up for the out-of-service coffee machine. We ended up spending about 3 hours here just enjoying the food and coffee before heading off to explore Bergen. Bergen is a beautiful city surrounded by mountains and fjords. You'll find the most gorgeous, colourful wooden houses, a bustling fish market, and super charming streets filled with coffee shops, bookstores, and hidden alleys, and many, many cats. Bergen is actually the starting point for our 14-night luxury cruise with Hurtigruten, and we cannot wait to share the videos from this trip. But for now, I'd like to extend a large thank you for joining us in this overnight train adventure. I'd love to know which sleeping option you would choose actually. Would you choose rest and travel with a group or family? Would you go for the sleeper option that we went for, or would you like to try the plus night? Let me know below. Perhaps if you enjoy night trains, you might fancy taking a peek at this one next. Until next time.